Hey, welcome to a new series I'm doing. I'll be covering some of the Eastern Leagues, Oceania and Asia for right now, give my thoughts on the games, recommend the game to watch out of the bunch, and then pick the 3 players that particularly impressed me this playday. With that out of the way, onto the coverage. In this video I'll be covering the first playoff day of the Oceania League. The first match of the day was between Odium and Panic Esports and, yeah, a pretty clear result on border. After a few shaky rounds, Odium seemed to really come online in round 4, not dropping a single round all the way to the 7-2. Panic actually looked pretty strong in the first half of Chile, picking up 2 back-to-back wins, but again, once Odium got online, Panic just got slapped. Panic did manage to pick up 3 rounds total on attack, but come attack, Odium just seemed very strong, hitting the shots and getting the rounds. Round 10-11, match points for Odium, are the outlier where their attack just weren't quite as strong and some mistakes were made, but they took the timeout, refocused, played a much more aggressive and much more focused game, got the critical opening picks and positions, and from there on out just closed it out with a very strong round. They'll go on to play Man Elephant in the semifinals. Second match of the day was Antic vs Sickle Spheres, and oh boy, Antic getting 7-0 on their pick is already insane, but then bringing it back, genuinely an insane series. Concealer was an absolute disaster for Antic, combining bad attacks on their part with good picks on CS's part that led to a quick end. Clubhouse followed Oceania's trend of being apparently unable to just execute attacks, with both sides picking up exactly 1 attack round, taking us into overtime with a nail-biting continued all the way into the last round, with Antic pulling off a great last-minute execute, where they hit the critical shots, got the diffuser down and managed to win the game, taking us to Nighthaven. Nighthaven actually broke the trend of Oceania just not winning attack rounds, with, wow, what a coincidence, 7 out of the 12 rounds being won by the attacking team. The first 6 rounds were a mix of good attacks and good defenses, with a great retake by Antic in round 5 on Kitchen, giving us an even 3-3 before side swap. After the swap, however, Antic just seemed to be completely online, picking up 2 rounds, CS takes the timeout, regroups a little and grabs 2 more rounds on match point, but ultimately faltered, with both Jackina and Frixel picking up a 3k each in the final round, leading us to a 2v1 in storage, which ultimately was unwinnable, closing out the match 7-5 for Antic with a phenomenal comeback. So yeah, if I had to recommend which game you should definitely watch, it's got to be Antic vs CS. What started out as a series where CS looked pretty clear to win turned into a nail-biter and one hell of a comeback for Antic, who go on to play Bliss next. The 3 stars for the playday are pretty clear. Babin takes first place, hands down. Between the dominating border performance with a 92% headshot range on 13 kills, and a great second game where he managed to pick up another 12, he had a total of 25 kills in 2 games. Great series from him, well deserved. Second star goes to Saved. He had a bit of a quieter game on border, getting a perfectly balanced 7-7, but he really hit his stride on Chalet with a 15-8 finish, almost an ace in round 8, and continuing to get great picks in the last few rounds. Sadly, his big 3k in round 11 went unrewarded as the push came in a tad too late, but nonetheless a phenomenal performance in that game. Third and final star goes to Pinku. Pinku played a pretty great series across all 3 games, and in my eyes, although Circular Spheres ultimately lost, he was also one of the more consistently good players on CS and in that entire series. Jackina and him were the 2 players on CS who finished all 3 maps with a positive KD, but Pinku was just that extra bit more impactful, and especially on Clubhouse, a crucial component in ensuring a couple round wins, dropping several multi-kills, deservedly edging it out in my eyes. And that's it for the playday already. Since this is the first video I'm doing in this series, I'd appreciate your feedback if there's stuff you'd like to see, so on and so forth. For now, I think I will mostly continue to cover the Eastern Hemisphere, as it's the part of the world that's somewhat underrepresented in Siege, and because I ultimately can't cover all the regions right now. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. I'll continue on with Asia and Oceania all the way up to the group stages of the many major, and I'll decide how exactly I'll go cover that. Thanks for watching, bye bye!